So, I mean, generally speaking, there's one thing I need to mention, then I'll get back to generally speaking. Non-generally speaking, in his introduction twice, Henrik mentioned the idea of hope. I suggest to you strongly you give up and abandon all idea of hope. Hope will not help you this weekend whatsoever. Okay? So hope for nothing. You'll get what you get, you won't get what you don't get, and there's no hope involved in either side of that. Okay? And the idea of what we're doing is around this concept of acuity, this concept of noticing in various ways, in all of the ways that humans are able to do so, what's present. Now, there's part of that equation which is very deliberate and intentional, in that it demands, of course, in order for you to notice what's present, to be present. Does that make sense? It would not be possible to notice what's present if you are not present. So one of the first things that's true, it's okay, Daisy, it's okay now. No problem. I'll tell you when. I told those she has to leave if the baby's making doing the auditory stuff. We're not doing the auditory stuff yet. So. The thing that we're going to get into is this idea of learning, to some extent, how to be present. Then, when you're talking about this concept of acuity, you have to make a decision inside of that. And the decision is to be present to what? You can't help, at some level, but to be present to everything. There's just no choice. You are present, you are in proximity to the sensory data. It's in the environment. You can't help but be present to that sensory data. Now, the present that we're referring to when I'm talking about being present is of a different category of awareness, a different category of experience. So it's not just being in the proximity of, but allowing yourself to have access to what's going on around you in terms of the awareness you bring to it. So these are concepts that you want to understand as I'm using the language around this, what I'm making reference to. So when I'm making this reference of being present, what I'm really referencing is the level of awareness you bring to the present condition you find yourself in.